Yo, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming and Tech Reviews. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to sit and hang out and talk about the 5090 and if I am still satisfied with a 9070 XT. Well, specifically my XFX Mercury Magnetic Air XF 9070 XT. I wanted to do this live for a little while, and seeing as it is about a week, almost a week now. Tomorrow morning will be a week with a 5090. Obviously, I've had the 9070 XT since it launched, so I feel like that kind of gives me a pretty decent overall. I kind of feel like that gives me a decent. Hold on, I need to make sure the sound is working. Unless one of you guys want to chime in and let me know if the sound is doing pretty good. Oh boy, I put my name in there and there's this other freaking little moron that keeps making videos about me. Yep, sound is working. Oh, I can't even put my own name in there without some 4070 super bro trying to go at me. I must have hurt that dude's feelings real bad. Like, seriously, put it in there if you guys want to see it. I must have hurt that dude deep down in his soul because I just didn't. I don't even remember what I said bad about the 4070 Super that legit put this dude on like a mission to try to bring me down, man. I'm like, wow, dude, good luck, buddy. Good luck. Have fun with that. Do whatever you got to do. 4070, bro. Yeah, dude, he is very jealous, man. Very jealous, very cryy. Taking like personal shots at me and stuff. Hey, man, you don't really have to like my opinions because they're mine. They're literally mine. Nobody bought and paid for my opinions. I get to spend my hard-earned money on buying this stuff and then bring you guys content. With the 5090, guys, like, this is a pretty damn cool GPU. What's up, Onyx? Silver Build Gaming. Look, at this point with PC gaming, you know, I'm kind of at a point now where it's like understanding, you know, like the high-end equipment and the low-end equipment. I think that gives me a really good understanding of like how to really help people in whatever price bracket they're in now. It really does. It kind of, look, man, if you're an old guy, you got more money than time, and you want to just have the best experience, buy a 5090, whatever, dude, buy it. I'm a working man, mailman. Are you mailing right now, bro? Are you out there working right now, or are you sitting home with that new shiny Founders Edition that you showed me you got? Lucky, you got a Founders Edition for MSRP. Lucky. I had to pay $600 more for my little bad boy. Look, guys, the 5090 is an awesome GPU, but so is the 5050, depending on the circumstances. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing now, is like, if I can enjoy a 5050 at 1080p, you know, and optimize in some settings and still get a really high refresh gaming experience, that's kind of cool, man. Like, I don't understand why anybody would be upset about that. You buy something and you enjoy it, cool. 5090, man, this thing is pretty cool, man. I'm still kind of in the from the bottom to the top. Yeah, dude, exactly. You know, I started off in the 70 class this generation, but then I went down real low to the bottom, and now I'm up at the very top. You're going to get it right after work. Your wife doesn't know yet? Oh, dude. You already paid for it, right? Just don't even tell her, bro. I don't even think she'll realize. By the time you sell off your other stuff, I think you'll be good. Way more than the 5070. Well, the 9070 XT is stronger than a 5070. Um, I don't know. You know, Silverbeard, I kind of have this feeling that people that like AMD, when you come to AMD, if AMD does it right and you like AMD, there's really not a lot NVIDIA is going to be able to do to pull you back. Even a 5090, like, I still love my AMD experience. I do. I love that AMD experience because when I have to be truthful with myself, it's like, look, the 5090 is not fully representative of what most people are going to get on the NVIDIA GPUs. Oh, she's going to find out. Ooh, hi to all. What's up, Mike? How you doing? I don't feel like the 5090 fully represents the experience that you're going to have gaming on Nvidia or anything. I think the 5090 represents it's a completely it's a completely different class of experience, man. For me anyways. For me it feels above and beyond. Yeah, I could skew those numbers too, Kyle. Kyle, I could skew those numbers pretty easy and make the 9070 XT completely blow the 5070 Ti out of the water. Um, it's just you have to like kind of have to like pick a suite of games that you're going to benchmark that they fully omit games that would make they would fully make the 9070 XT like absolutely destroy the 5070 Ti. Whereas no matter what they do, the benchmarks are always going to kind of maybe feel a little bit lopsided. Because I guarantee it, if I went through all of my Ubisoft games and just did Ubisoft games, 9070 XT comes out on top every time. The 5070 Ti does have a few good ones like, you know, Avatar and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, depending on what games you bring out or out for it, you know, it's gonna be pretty lopsided. You're listening to 9070 XT. The only thing I don't have FSR4 at launch for games, but thank for OptiScale. Yeah, I I don't feel like we should have to rely on OptiScaler to have FSR4 for our games that launch on AMD. Like, I do not like that. That does make me pretty that isn't cool. I don't like having to rely on. You shouldn't have to rely on freaking modding your games, but it is there and you can do it. Oh yeah, nice, Bravo. Nice, Bravo. Huh. Yeah, man, 5070 Ti is absolutely incredible. You can make either one of them. I put the cards through like an interesting suite and found that most of them, my overall average is they're about the same. There's a few games that run better on Nvidia, and there's a few games that run better on AMD. I did undervolt. I'm running an undervolt on it right now at 900 and then 2800 megahertz with my RAM maxed out or with my memory maxed out. I'm about 63. It's going good, Cameron. It's going good. You do have to use that is one thing that really kind of sucks, man, is having to use that OptiScaler, bro. AMD and the developers really need to get on that. That is one thing that like now this generation using, honestly, now this generation while I'm using the features, that has been something that has actually started to like really get on my nerves a little bit on the AMD side. I do want that. I want those features now because I'm actually using them. But all I got to do is play at 1440p and then I don't need them. You know what I mean? Like all I got to do is play at 1440p and everything is solved. NVIDIA hat soon? I don't know. I might buy one. Nice. I might have to use it. I might have to try OptiScaler on my 6800. Undervolted. You did it at the correct values too. Good job. I basically just did what all 15 of the other YouTubers were showing, but I'm still trying to figure out how to like fully utilize it. But everybody was coming back with the same numbers, and so I'm just like, ah, shit, dude. These guys are just watching one, and they're all making the same damn video. It's like whatever. It did bring my temps down just a little bit. NVIDIA needs to send me a hat and keychain. Well, shit, dude, I've bought so much. I don't feel like I saved a lot, though. I guarantee I've spent more money on a NVIDIA GPUs this generation than most people are going to do. 5090, 5070 Ti, 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, 5060, 5050. Am I missing anything? 4090. Yeah, dude, I think I've spent more than enough on NVIDIA this generation. And I still can't even freaking, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. The 7900 XTX is more than sufficient, bro. So, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah. For subbing to Onyx. Onyx has got some good videos out there. Didn't get a 5080. That card is a roll. I almost did. I almost did buy a 5080. I was going to buy a 5080 ROG Astral, to be completely honest with you. What am I going to do with all of my cards? Right now, I'm going to keep them and try to find a way to cover them over the course of this generation so that I can actually make my money back on them. I mean, I guess I could sell them, but every time I sell them, Mr. Nice Guy, then I'm like, oh, man, I wish I still had that card so I can make content for it. What's up, Silicon Steak? Hey, you guys could check out Silicon Steak later. I went on a podcast with him today. Some pretty interesting stuff in there. It's always fun talking to the youngsters. No, I'm just joking. MSI Gaming Trio, OC RTX 5092. Those are the same values. I undervolt at. It only goes to 70C. Yeah, mainly I'm getting about 475 watts, like you're about what you're saying, Kyle. At 60, I'm usually in the 60s so far. When I ran, I still get up to like 535 when running this Still Nomad benchmark. I do have resizable bar on. Unreal. 65. Yeah. That's probably where I'm at right now. That's fine. I mean, kind of, I don't really mind the fact that, I don't know, I was a little bit worried about it when I was like checking out the 5090 and like those wires were kind of warm. I was like, oh gosh, but then I had to let the frames and your temps will lower. So if I just lock the frames, huh? Ooh, that 5090 is not going to last very long if you don't undervolt it. That's what they keep telling me. If you don't undervolt it, man, it's not going to last you. That's what they keep telling me. They keep telling me that we are doomed with the 5090. Why would I be afraid of a burning connector, Mike? See, here's the thing. Like, I do have anxiety about it because I don't want to have to like go through the hassle of like getting an RMA. But at the end of the day, if it burns, it burns. If it burns, it burns. What else can we do about it? Honestly, if it burns, it makes for great content. I get to do NVIDIA bad videos. I will probably, I don't know, Cameron. To tell you the truth, I've spent so much money on this damn channel, dude, that I'm just sick and tired of like throwing money at it. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I want to build out a full on freaking MSI rig for this, but at the same time, like I'm not even joking, guys. Like I'm legit getting burnt out spending so much money on this channel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. I was really hoping that the 5090 would bring in some views, but it does not appear to be doing that. And I work like I feel like I have to hustle so much on this channel, and I don't understand why. I don't feel like my content's horrible. I don't understand why I have to hustle so hard just to get views, man. Like that's crazy. All of my videos go straight up and then boom, flat. Like almost like um YouTube is purposely blocking me. Like I'll be looking at it and you'll just see the views just go straight down. And I'm like, really? Really? Like a lot of people are watching it and the view time is well over 7 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's just dead. Quality. Well, you know what? Ads. I should, but why? Like, what good is that going to help? I've done lots of videos that you're talking about with higher production quality, and those videos usually do the worst, and they take the absolute most time to do them. Maybe because I'm late to the party with the 5090. Well, yeah, you're right. I don't get free 5090s. If I got a free 5090, then I would have got more views for it, but I don't get free 5090s. Hi. If I play on an 18-inch 1440p OLED, will it be better and clear sharpness than the 32-inch 4K resolution? Yeah, it should be. For 18 inches is going to be a really high pixel density. Should be a lot higher. AMD 8K 32 inches. Huh. Quality wise, I just think YouTube favors YouTube. No, is what happens, Cameron, is YouTube favors those channels that get a lot of views. They get a lot of views, and then my content gets buried, bro. It's not a liable source of income, and why I stepped away at the start. Well, my biggest thing is I am just tired of spending a whole lot of money on it, because to be completely honest with you, the videos that do the best are the ones that I don't spend any money at all on. I get better views on stuff that I don't even spend money on. So it's like I keep buying this stuff. If I go out and I spend another couple $1,000s on building out this whole PC with the 5090 in it, with a new board and new CPU and all of that stuff, that's just another $2,000 on something. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll sell off some of the stuff I already got and do it. But then I want, they have bot views. Yeah, they definitely do have bot views, I bet. That's the only thing I can really think of, because I buy the NVIDIA stuff, Kate, and I put out a video and like they don't do that great. And then you look at like somebody like Daniel Owens, he put out the same like a type of video, and not even he gets a lot of views. But then you look at Vex, and Vex gets a lot more views than Daniel Owens, and it's like, wait a minute, man. So I don't know. I think some of them are using a combination of bots and genuine views, but at this point, dude, like I will never do that. Like I don't have any desire to do anything like that. So yeah, I just got to keep trucking along, man, trucking along. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, Vex views are pretty spooky, man. I think they all are, bro. Because I watch some of Vex's stuff, bro, and I'm just like, I I I, I get it, but it's just like I don't. I just like who the hell is he making content for now, dude? It's yeah. I don't know. I'm not even jealous, to be completely honest with you. Like I'm really not. Like I'm not jealous. I just get frustrated that I spend all this money, dude, and yeah, I mean, and then I get people that tell me like, "Oh, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this," and it's like, I'm me, bro. I make content the way I make content. I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like try to like copy or imitate some other person's content though, because then it wouldn't be genuine, it wouldn't be authentic, and it wouldn't be mine. All right, you have fun, Onyx. I mean, I'm not here to try to chase the view thing. This is the first you ever seen. Oh well, welcome, man. Welcome to Froggy's world, man. You're gonna enjoy this. I don't really have a problem with the way that any of these other guys. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like I watch their content and it's like I was like and I watch it and I'm like, why do these guys get so many views? And I watch it and I'm just like, normally I can't even get through their whole video. Exactly, dude. It's like the worse, the more controversial, the better it does. Like I do have some videos like that when I was genuinely irritated with NVIDIA and stuff. Those videos usually did pretty well. And then, but nowadays, I don't know. Or they know how to manipulate the algorithm. See, but how, dude? Like, I mean, they make, yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just really weird. It's really weird. It definitely is, man. The more genuine you get, the harder it is to like grow. That's for sure. GeForce Now when they upgrade, Jamie, I just do not care about streaming. I don't. Lost Souls aside literally feels like something from PlayStation 2 era hack and slash type game with the story written by AI, dude. It legit feels like this Lost Soul aside is probably the first game that I could say honestly is like AI slop in terms of like the story. It's like what the hell is like I don't know. I'm having a hard time carrying on with the story, but like the gameplay wise is like PS2 era hack and slash type gameplay. I gave up on it and bought Metal Gear. I asked Metal Gear for or I asked Konami to provide a review key for that and they never did. So I just bought it because I mean yeah, dude, it's Metal Gear. I want to play it. But yeah, there's a gin tuber out here in California called Arm Scholar and his channel shot up with extreme video titles and thumbnails. I've been doing thumbnails lately. I've been working a little bit more on the thumbnails and stuff. I just don't know, dude. Like people don't care what I have to say. I feel like people just I just talk about what's interesting to me at the time, and I don't know, man. I feel like people resonate with it, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Like it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, man. I did buy Metal Gear. It runs just fine, Mike. Dude, I was playing it on the 9070 XT just before I got in, bro. Like, if it's fine. It's locked to 60 frames a second. It feels really good. I'm enjoying it. Like it's hard as shit, but I'm enjoying it. Thank you, Death. What is it? Death Collator? Death Collector? Oh gosh. Oh, I am the average YouTuber though, bro. I am. When views get low, I start e-begging. Um, oh no, I start e-begging and all kinds of stuff, man. Wanted to play the Metal Gear, but why is everybody so mad about the 60 FPS lock? Like, I get it, dude. Like, you spend $2,600 on a GPU and you want to see what it can do. I don't know. See, I don't know what to think anymore, man. There's always something to complain about on every video game that comes out. Maybe I should just literally come out and be like, look, everything is trash, and just go that. Maybe I should, bro. Like, there's just so many reasons to like say everything's trash, and oh, I don't know. I just want to play video games and have fun, man. Sheesh. I thought that's what video games were. They're entertainment. I don't understand why we have to hate everything. Death Collector from the 360. Yeah. 5090 tough. Just be happy. Oh, yeah. Just be happy with the 5090 you can get. Oh, what kind of games? I do a lot of open world type games. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy and a Ubisoft creator. Kyle, here's something for the power bill now. Now that I'm a 5090, bro. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Kyle. I do. I really appreciate that. Definitely can use some help with that power bill for sure. Power bill's going up. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to start e-begging more. So if you guys have noticed, I've started trying to get people to join the membership. I figure if like other content creators are doing, I don't know. I've been telling people to sign up for it. I've been trying to do something. I want to start bringing people on the channel. And no, you can get 5090s pretty easy now. The price is actually coming down on them. I remember when the freaking gaming trio was over 3,000 and now it's $2,400, $2,399. Well, I do a lot of open world games, sim racing. Um, I mean, I play basically everything, but my favorite genres are open world and sim racing. Paid for 2 days of game electricity with the 5090. I know, huh? No, he paid for like 20 minutes. 5060 is not a bad card. I tested that. I thought it was fine, bro. Throw that on a 1080p monitor, set your settings. You know what the funny thing, Death, is these newer games like Unreal Engine 5 and stuff, if you set them to low settings, they still look as good as last generation games. So you're pretty much fine. I've even got a 5050, bro. I got the RTX 5050. I was testing that bad boy, and that was pretty good. 2,100 euros. Isn't that like $10,000 American though? No, I'm just joking. You said euros, not renminbi. Oh gosh. Cyberpower from Walmart. Nice. That's not bad. I got a Cyberpower PC that I bought from freaking Best Buy. I put a 5090 in it. It's fine. Well, I've upgraded the power supply and other stuff, but yeah. Upgraded from 32, just upgraded to 32 from 16. Nice, nice. Stellar Blade with a 5090. Ooh, that is a good idea. I don't even really care for that game, man, but I'll try it for you, Cameron. Just for you, buddy. Just for you. I know how much you like them girls, them pixel girls. But what do you guys think, man? Do you guys? I want you guys' honest opinion. Do you guys really think that like a 5090 is a good investment, or if it's just if it's just a bit too much? Let me start a poll. Do you think? Let's go ahead and start that poll. Do you guys think that a 5090 is a reasonable gaming GPU? All right, let's see. 2,100 euros is about $2,457. Wow, that is a lot of money, man. Not if you don't need it. Nice. Personally, I couldn't justify spending that much on a GPU, but I'm also poor. Now, you guys got to stop saying that you're poor, man. I'd rather you guys say you're broke instead of poor, because poor is a mindset that can really mess you up. But being broke, like we all have our broke days, man. Like some days I'm broke. Some days I spend all my money on video games and I'm legit broke. But I'm not poor. Never say you're poor. That is horrible. That is a horrible mindset to get into. Which one are you looking at? 4080 Super and no, 5090 is way more powerful, but for me, once I start playing a game, exactly. Once you get into the game, no matter where you're at, I work to be broke by buying games. Exactly, dude. Spend all your money. I spend all my money on fun stuff like video games. Some people like building cars. Some people like hunting. Some people collect guns. I do video games. I'm kind of with you right there, Mike. I do like the idea of $1,000 GPU a lot more than a $2,000 GPU. That's kind of where I'm at. Like that's where I feel comfortable upgrading every generation. Let's be real. I think that most people when they buy their GPUs, if you put it in your head that like, okay, I can spend this much for 2 years and then upgrade. I think that might change the way a lot of people. I know that, like, dude, some people buy a GPU and they want to live with that shit for 10 years. Why? I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, dude, get what you can and make it go as long as you can, whatever. I completely fully understand that, but I also understand that, like, look, I want new shit every 2 years. If they come out every 2 years, I want the new stuff so that I can freaking, yeah, dude, I've actually, okay, let me put it this way. I started PC gaming in the 30 series with a 3060 Ti. Here I am 2 generations later with a 5090 and everything down the stack. I like the fact I've actually been pretty happy with upgrading every generation. If the 5090, if it comes out when the 5090 is out, I'll play The Witcher 4 on a 5090. If the 6090 is out when it comes out, then I might have a 6090. It depends. I am going to upgrade next generation to both, whatever AMD puts out and whatever NVIDIA puts out. Will I go for another 90 class card? I don't know. It depends on where the channel's at by then too. You know what I mean? Like, where's the channel going to be? How much influence will the channel have? How much bigger will the channel be? That's the kind of stuff that's going to dictate what I do later down the road. To be completely honest with you, I prefer AMD most of the time. It wasn't until this generation to where I actually started being like, oh, damn, dude, NVIDIA is, yeah, I like them both. I would say I still prefer AMD, but you can't deny that like NVIDIA is having both and using both and being a gamer first. It is getting harder. It is getting harder, honestly, on a day by day basis. You know, like I turn on Lost Soul Aside. It's got all the NVIDIA features. I turn it on the 9070 XT. It barely has FSR, you know, and so, but then, you know, Metal Gear Solid. Turn on Metal Gear Solid and Snake Eater. And it's like locked at 60 frames a second. So on that one, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, dude. Like if you can get the most, whatever you get the most out of your GPU, man, you don't have to upgrade every generation. Like you don't have to. That's just me, bro. Like I've had pretty decent luck with it. Super TI comes out, absolutely not. This is the 5090 is more than enough, dude. I would think so, Zenzi. I think you would think that it would get more freaking stable over time, but then again, I don't know, man. Nvidia is a tricky one, bro. Because I put in the 4090 and like everybody has been swearing up and down that the 4090 is awesome. I put the 4090 in and it wasn't enough to fully give me the experience that like the 5090 is right now. But then again, I was already used to using the features of a 5070 Ti. Upgrading to a 9060 XT 16 gigabyte from a, I think you would absolutely love that. To be completely honest with you, the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte is a better card. I do have one, and I did have a 5060 Ti or a 5060. And yes, the 9060 XT is a better overall experience. NVIDIA offer a better product, but you have to pay a premium. Yeah, you do have to pay a lot for it. And sometimes the premium just might not be worth it for, that's kind of where I'm at, dude. It's like the premium's not worth it for what you get on a, so if I'm playing the 9070 XT at 4K, I start to feel a little tug toward the NVIDIA side now that I got a 5090. But if I turn it to 1440p, I'm fine. It's fine. That's relevant for about 3 to 4 generations. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I'm 100% there yet, Mike, but it is pretty good. I think you can definitely. I mean, obviously, with MFG 4X, you're going to be able to push the 5090 a lot longer. Oh, what's my opinion on 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte versus I would say that the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte is a pretty good card. I like it. I don't have a problem with it. It was pretty good. I feel like they're about the same. Honestly, I feel like they're about the same, but I feel like you obviously you're going to save more money going with the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte. Obviously, the NVIDIA stack is going to have more maturity when it comes to like DLSS and other features like that. Are you trying to play at 4K? Are you at 1080p or 1440p? That's going to be the biggest deciding factor for you, honestly, is your monitor. I feel like a monitor, depending on what monitor you're on, bro, if you're trying to play at 4K, I would go with 5060 Ti or 97 or 9060 XT, 1440p. Oh, dude, if you're at 1080p, then either one of them is going to be freaking awesome. I have both of them. I have the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte and the 5060 Ti. I bought a lot of cards this generation, bro. The 3090 is relevant, and the 6900 XT is still relevant. You're right. You're right, Mike. You're right. You're definitely right. Probably about 22 gigs of VRAM, Leonardo, and that was 8K. That's testing at 8K. I mean, a game like Spider-Man 2 consumes like 18 gigs, 19 gigs. Nice, nice. 3070 is only 8 gigs, bro. 3070 was like that was the card that made everybody freaking mad because it was a great card, but it only had like, yeah, dude, that's bad. I mean, you're buying a 70 card with 8 gigs. I don't have a problem with the 60 cards having 8 gigs, but the 70 cards having 8 gigs, yeah, that's bad. That is very bad. I mean, obviously they should all have more, but I went and saw my PC friend the other day because I sold him the my 9060 XT 8 gigabyte and my 5060 Ti 8 gigabyte, and he had a lot of 30, 60, 12 gigs already built rigs, and I was like, damn, dude, you got a lot of those. And he's like, yeah, they sell very well and they're very popular. And I was like, damn, dude, that's probably why NVIDIA is not doing another 12 gig 60 freaking class GPU. Is because they're popular, bro. It's cutting into their cells. Well, back then those games ran very, very well. It was a golden era, but like we're talking like it only took like what, a year or two to build a game with those. Nowadays it takes a lot longer. Oh, to build these games. So I don't know, man. Like this generation of consoles started off with 8 gigs being, and now we just AI is very popular. I don't understand why there's so many people trying to push back against it. To me, that just kind of sounds weird and counterproductive. I mean, you look at these new GPUs, and with every iteration of AI, it's gotten better, faster, and smarter. I played Remnant 2. Remnant 2 is a very good game. Next God of War or Last of Us 3 will be day one on PC. I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, maybe. They should. If they've already got the first games on there, they should. I'm actually considering trading the 5070 Ti for one to my son-in-law, getting my old one back. I don't know. He says he's going to get a 9070 XT, and then when he does, he'll let me borrow that one. I don't think they're lazy. I think every time I've tried Unreal Engine 5 at low settings, I've had a good experience on it, and it looks pretty good. I don't think they're lazy. I think that trying to play Unreal Engine 5 at ultra settings is pretty taxing. To be completely honest with you, I think it's pretty taxing. I think it looks great at medium settings even. I think Unreal Engine 5 is more of a future looking engine where it's very hard to run, but I don't necessarily think they're lazy. I think that they are just. I think that Unreal Engine 5 is just, well, even running Unreal Engine 5 on a 5090 at ultra settings, it's like, wow, it's pretty heavy. Oh, for not a massive gain in visual quality. Decima engine is an incredible engine, bro. Looking at Death Stranding 2 on the PlayStation 5 Pro is absolutely freaking jaw-dropping. They put too much grass in it? I think it looks fine. I'm not having an issue with freaking with it. It's been running good for me. Just like Mind's Eye, bro. Like I can seem to get these Unreal Engine 5 games running good on basically everything I tested them on. So it's just funny that everybody's like, "Oh man, these games, dude, I could play Oblivion on the 67 or the 68, the W6800, and it's got 32 gigs of RAM. The grass eats up all the frames? I don't think so. Oh man, I want to see Death Stranding. Yeah, I want to see Death Stranding 2 on PC as soon as possible. Oh gosh, dude. Unreal Engine 5 really doesn't like, oh, blow me away or anything, because it's like I don't really care that much about it, but damn, dude, Decima engine, very good. Very good engine. That is incredible. That, like, whoever said that should be the standard, absolutely agree with you, man. Decima engine for everything going forward with Hideo Kojima. I have seen the Gothic remake. I downloaded that demo and played around with that. Maybe I should download it and try it on the 5090, because that freaking what's it called, alchemic settings or whatever the settings were. It was like, oh my gosh, dude, it brought the 9070 XT to its knees. 100 FPS. I tried Oblivion Remastered on my 5060 as well at 4K with medium settings or something, and was able to run that with DLSS 4 at like 72 at 4K. Yes, it's Unreal Engine 5. That Gothic remake. Whew. I still think that my favorite place to play. Well, see, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that shit because that's just stupid and it sounds fucking crazy. To be completely honest with you, I love my AMD experience, but gosh damn, dude, this 5090, it's unreal. It really is. It's unreal, and I hate that because I knew this was gonna happen. If I Two things were gonna happen. This is what I knew for sure. Either the 5090 was gonna feel overhyped and it was gonna piss me off, or it was gonna be so damn good that it literally destroys everything else and makes everything else pointless, to a point where it's like, okay, now you just need to justify the price. Well, it wasn't the first one. Like it's not overhyped trash. Like it's freaking stout. Like it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It really is. And then so now it's like, how the hell do you justify the price for it? And it's easy. It's easy to justify. It's like, holy crap, this is incredible. But now it's like, but how do I capitalize on the 5090 to grow the channel, to make that money back, because obviously, you're buying it, you're investing in it for work, whereas like a 9070 XT, $1,000 GPU, you're just buying that to play video games. The 5090 needs to be a channel purchase that is going to, because I mean, if I look at it, like, I can edit the stuff that I need to edit on any GPU that I have. You're right, Donovan. You're right, bro. You're right. But it is easily twice as fast. And this is in my own testing with the 9070, with the 5080 or 5090. It is faster. It is significantly faster, and it is fully. It is a useful tool, man. Like the freaking 5090 is no joke, man. The 5090, and then when you turn on like MFG 4X, bro, yeah, it really just completely, yeah, dude. Not even just that, Mike. You look at the 5090, bro, and it's just like this is the GPU that the developers use to create games for you. This is the creation engine, bro. Like the creator. This is the top dog. And it's fun, dude. Like it is fun. I'll tell you, like you get into a game and you're like, wow. You're just like, wow. It just feels so robust. The new dimension. I am in butter smooth land. That is for sure. Getting him, yeah, exactly. You're like, yeah, I got this McLaren that I drive around, but let's talk about this. I'm not going to say Honda Civic. I'm going to be like, let's talk about this Deus Ex. Yeah, I guess I could try that. Looks like an entry level card. There is some stuff that the 5080 has that does make it a better investment for like content creators and stuff over the 5070 Ti, because I think you get like two streaming processors, whereas with the 5070 Ti you only get one. The 5090 does really actually, you know what? Yeah, it really does feel like a high-end luxury car. It really does. Actually, I don't know. I've never driven a high-end luxury car. So I don't know. I've driven a lot of nice cars. I used to make some pretty wild claims about 90 class cars, bro. And then you buy one, and then you realize that, like, oh my gosh, dude. You just kind of realize that, like, man, you just been making some dumb content. But you know what, man? At least I'm willing to grow when I realize that I'm wrong and I buy something else. At least I'm willing to grow. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna stand on a hill and just like completely die. I'm pretty I'm pretty I'm pretty flexible. People call you a flip flapper. No, I'm just flexible. I'm flexible. I don't know if it's capped, Mike. I don't necessarily think that. I think that Nvidia really wants there to be a massive distinction between their 90 series and their 80 series. And that's okay. Like I'm okay with that. It's half the price. It's half the price and half of the freaking GPU. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But that means you have to be okay with the price of the 90 class to be able to be okay with the price of the 80 class. Look, if it wasn't for AI, if we were still doing Rasta, I don't think that I think that the gains for pure rasterized power are going to be much lower going forward. So now they have to do it with AI. And AI, dude, the AI bros will buy these all day long for higher prices. A Chevelle Super Sport, I would say a Corvette C8R. It's like a Corvette C8. Because I mean, you still got the 6,000 like work. I mean, the Pro GPUs that are better, that are priced more like a Lamborghini. This is priced more like a freaking. If you're looking at like say you're going and you're looking at like a you go and you buy like a Malibu. A Malibu is like that entry level car or whatever, and then you look at the Corvette, and the Corvette's like I would say the 4090 is like a Corvette. It's not a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini is like the workplace ones. The ones that are absolutely ridiculous prices over like your average car. Because a 4090 is not like a ridiculous price over an average car. I think that's true, Cameron. You do need a higher refresh monitor to really appreciate that, because once you pass even your monitor's refresh rate on a 5090, like it's still smoother. Like it just adds smoothness. How much better is the Windows experience with a 5090? The exact same. It's the exact same. See, yeah, it's the exact same. It's not too small, Mike. It's not too small. That is the new norm for an 80 class card, bro. Like that's the norm. It's been that way twice in a row. Third time's the charm. 256-bit bus seems to be doing pretty well, even at 4K gaming, especially with GDDR7. Even on the 9070 XT at 4K with 256-bit bus, I don't think the games are even fully utilizing the power of these GPUs anyways. So it's like, why? It's like the game, the game. Yeah, I don't know. Like some engines are faster, like UE5 and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, oh, dang, I'm tired. But at the end of the day, you look at the end of the day, you look at the experience of what these games can do, and like you're not even fully utilizing. You're not even fully utilizing what's out. And by the time, like, think about this: the 1080 Ti was the monster, was it not? It was a monster. Do you think that GPU ever got fully utilized before the very next generation brought out ray tracing? And now all the games are like moving toward ray tracing. I mean, like the 1080 Ti, like where did that thing finally max out at? Like where did you finally max out that GPU at? Like, does anybody here have a 1080 Ti that's like fully like maxed that GPU out? I keep hearing them say, "Oh yeah, it was a 10-year GPU," but I'm like, how well does that shit play? The how well does that thing play Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater? How well does it play some of the other games? You know, like what can you expect? Where are you at? Are you at 1080p or lower, or like what are your settings for that? If I was to say, yeah, it's a 10-year GPU, I want to see that GPU still playing. I would say 4K. If like with a 5090, how long is the 5090 going to be a value? With a 5090, that card has to remain a 4K GPU. Maybe 1440p, ultra wide or whatever, but it should have to remain a 4K GPU going forward. The 4090 is doing pretty well. It's still holding 4K experience. I think the 4090 and the 5090 are going to be really good. It should remain after that too. What was the last generation where AMD had the crown? I have no idea. Sounds like AMD is just not wanting to take on that battle. I just don't think that AMD is in a position to fully challenge NVIDIA for that crown yet. I think this is a generation of where AMD is trying to cut costs, limit costs on hardware so that they can focus on their software stack. And the next generation, you'll see them probably come back and compete harder. But this generation, man, like if you want the power, you're going with the NVIDIA. In my opinion, the 5080 is just not a big enough upgrade over the 9070 XT to where it would it's just not a big enough upgrade to like really care to upgrade over 9070 XT. So for me, in that term, yeah, dude, AMD is my pick for the generation. When it comes to a 5090 though, there's no GPU that can compete with that. If AMD released a 9090 XT this holiday, absolutely I would buy that because then I would have a 5090 to compare it to. So yeah, if AMD brings out a higher quality GPU this generation, I will get it. I think that would actually be quite funny if they did too. I would love for them to do that, to come out with like a 9090 or something, 9090 XTX. Oh man, dude, I would absolutely buy one. You guys don't understand. Like, I really do love the AMD experience. I think it's absolutely incredible. But at the same time, like, I like AMD. It kind of saved PC gaming for me when I was when I was going through a dark spot with it. And so I want to see AMD compete, but at the same time, I also want to see AMD remain ethical and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to see them I don't want to see them push to a point where they can't maintain steady growth over and above what the over and above what the I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him fall behind. Yeah, dude, I'll definitely be trying The Witcher 3 out. Very true. So I want to see AMD be able to hold a steady. I want them to be in a position where they can release a GPU that can compete with NVIDIA or even take the crown, but then still continue to iterate and expand and build upon that without having to like minimize that experience going forward, if that makes any sense at all. I don't want to see AMD just be like, run out there and throw out a GPU and it'd be like better, and then next generation they can't do it again. I mean, if I look at like a game like Witcher 3 running on a 5090, which I mean, that game was freaking fabulous. Reasonable. What, I forgot what I named this, dude. In which game do you feel the power of a 5090 to shine the most compared to slower GPUs? Probably a lot of them so far, Alex. Probably a lot of them. Like, you just feel this like raw power on a 5090 that you just don't get that feeling with other GPUs. Not even, I mean, the 4090 was like good in some. Like, when I put on like Forza Motorsport and I jumped into there, I was like, oh wow. Like, I actually feel the power on this one. But when I would try games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla on that GPU, I was just like, 7900 XTX was almost just as good. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, dude, I'm not feeling like a massive uptick. You know, I throw AC Valhalla on the 5090 and I'm like 160 and I'm like, damn, dude. And then I throw it on 8K and I'm like, wow, dude, this is 60 FPS experience at 8K maxed out. That's the kind of stuff that like really shows me that, like, okay, the 5090 is the real deal. The 5090 is that system that you can push more than you can anything else on the market right now. And going back and like testing now that we're so far into this generation of games, the 5090 has the power to be able to like almost double up, you know, go from like we're not just testing 4K with a 5090. Now the 5090 is more in that range of like, it's a stout GPU for the games that are coming out this generation. You can almost double the resolution to 8K and still get a playable experience. And then if you're using like frame generation or you're using DLSS or something like that, you can absolutely push farther into the 8K realm with a 5090. Whereas the 4090 can get you there sometimes, but it can't do what the 5090 can. And so that means once you can legitimately double your resolution on a GPU, that means that the 5090 will comfortably go into next generation gaming pretty decently. Even if the consoles really do magically have 32 gigs of VRAM, you're going to have a better experience with the 5090 on the next gen games. You're going to have a good experience. Like, it's going to comfortably walk across that line, unless they start doing crazy stuff like increasing the bounces of ray tracing. I don't know. Leave it to NVIDIA to find another way to make you pay more money for more GPUs. You got to love NVIDIA for that. But if you really look at it, the 9070 XT at 1440p can essentially do that for you. Like, it's good. Would I try the 9950 X3D? I would try it, but I have to kind of balance my budget throughout the rest of this year. The 5090 was not something that I was expecting to get, so I have to budget. I was going to buy the ROG Ally X, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford to buy that now. I have to be able to make the money back on the channel to be able to do that. When do I think 32 gigabytes will be no longer enough? I don't think the 32 gigabytes is ever going to be a problem for gaming. At least anytime soon. I mean, if you look at the games the way they look right now, once direct storage and all of that stuff is actually working, I don't think 32 gigabytes, unless there's like this full infusion of like AI, I don't think 32 gigabytes is ever going to like really hit a limit, especially with rasterized, bro. Like, I think we're good for a while. 5090 is a pretty big cost in your budget, but gosh damn, dude, like I people were saying this about the freaking 4090 being like this is a 10-year card and blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't know. Obviously it is, but 1200 watt. I'm using a 1050 watt with a 7800X 3D and a 5090. I think that a 5090, guys, oh man, that's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't expect to buy one of these, and I really wasn't gonna buy one. I mean, I wanted to when we first started hearing about it. I was like, yeah, dude, I was more hyped about buying one then. And then the thing actually comes out, and then the prices went like through the roof, and they were like $3,000 or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. And then, because once it got down to the price range where I felt comfortable with it, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. But then I got the 4090, and so I was like, gosh, I have to do it. I have to do it. What, kid? But why would I do that, Kyle? Like, I budgeted it in everything that I've already spent on it. Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to keep it for a little while to see if there's anything that I want to create with it. Every time I just start selling everything off, like I start to get to a point and I sell everything off, then I always regret doing that. So I don't want to sell anything off. I want to be able to make the money back and actually be able to like hang on to stuff so that I can come back in like 10 years and be like, oh man, let's check out the 4090. Let's see if it actually made it to 10 years. I want to be able to kind of have that option to do something like that down the road. Like I hate feeling like I already feel that way a lot with the 7900 XTX. And like I already had it, and like I already feel like, gosh dang it, like from a content creation point of view, I already feel like I missed that card and I want it back. it's I don't know. Like I just need to figure out how to start making some content that people want to watch. I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm just spinning around in circles. I wanting to do some more focused stuff. Like right now, I want to compare the 5090 and the 9070 XT, 4K versus 1440p, and see how close the experience is on both of them. You know what I mean? Like same settings and stuff. I feel like that is a good way to like show people the differences. Buy 5090 and eat craft dinner. I still eat steak, bro. The good thing about being a carnivore is like you don't really need a whole lot of calories, bro, because you don't get that hunger feeling all the time. So you can like kind of forget to eat. So I don't know, man. Tracy, Pat Tracy. There's a lot of games that can do 3090. Dude, I don't care much for lossless scaling at all. I thought it was garbage. I mean, but yeah, you're right. Like 3090 has still got like the VRAM to do it. I don't know. I kind of wish that I had actually had a 3090 so I could see for myself because I feel like I was getting crazy there for a little while. I did try the smooth motion on the 4090. It does work, Cameron. It does work, but once you turn on the in game, it turns it off. So it doesn't stack like AMD's AM AF AFMF. That's kind of where I'm at with it because I do feel like I feel like on the PC space, dude, I kind of feel like we're buying these cards and expecting way too much out of them. Even like a 5080, I still feel like 16 gigs of VRAM is a solid 1440p spot. And it is nice though with the 9070 XT and the 5070 Ti that you can play games at 4K. There's a lot of games that play actually really good at 4K on those GPUs. But I mean, if you want that like full bearded experience at 4K, you're only going to get that on like a 4090 and a 5090. Well, that's not true. You can essentially kind of get an approximate 4090 experience easily with the 5070 Ti and 9070 XT. And to some extent, a 9070 and a 5070. You to an extent, like you can, like Jensen wasn't lying to you guys. You can with the power of AI, you can do it. And it's pretty approximate. It's pretty approximate. Just depending on like how your sensitivity is going to be with things like frame generation, but it is approximate and it is close. But it's impossible. It's impossible for any other GPU to give you a 5090 experience. It's just impossible. Like the 5090 does legit using those features, those same features. It's double. It's already double in just Rasta, and then you turn on the features, and then it's even more, significantly more. Oh, you didn't realize I went live? Yeah, dude, I've been live for an hour and 14 minutes. So I was trying to text you back and forth at the same time, but um, yeah, like getting. Oh yeah, dude. I see. That's the thing. It's like there's so many people out there. Even me. I don't think you need a 5090 to enjoy video games. I don't. I think a 9070 XT, 5070 Ti, 9060 XT, 5060 Ti. I think these are all reasonable experiences at reasonable prices that can give you an experience that is fine. It's playable, it's enjoyable. I don't find myself lacking immersion while utilizing any of those GPUs. So I don't think you need a 5090 to enjoy video games. But holy shit, it is fun. It is fun to have a 5090. and play video games, because the experience on a 5090 is just wow. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to like the 5090 as much as I do. I did not see that coming. I really didn't see it coming. And that's honest. I really did not see the 5090 coming like that. Hello. I think I just okay. It's still working. Ah, I was like, no, the sound. Yeah. Once you start trying to hit 4K and do 4K, like the 5090 is probably where it's at. There is still compromise, but not the kind of compromise that you would think. Like you can still usually hit 60 and above with DLSS quality, performance, and balance. I know it sounds counterproductive to like buy a GPU and then have to use upscaling. Trust me, I was there last generation feeling like, oh man, I spent all this money. I didn't, I shouldn't have to, blah, blah, blah. Well, most people don't care. They're going to get over that shit. Unless they're letting people like consistently like influence them to hate something. I think most people, dude, I feel like I'm a pretty well-rounded person. And if NVIDIA went back to the old, dude, I don't think you guys would like it. I honestly don't think you guys would like it if AMD and NVIDIA went back to just pure rasterize. I don't think you guys would like it. I think that it would get more expensive faster, and I don't think the gains would be anywhere near as potent as they used to be. We already went over that. I think NVIDIA is trying to distance and spread out those cards as much as they want. Nope, sorry, Door. There's not. I wanted to play 1440p without ray tracing. I really do think that AMD or NVIDIA, at least NVIDIA, is really trying to distance the experience that you get on a 90 class GPU versus the 80 class GPUs. I think they want there to be such a distinction, because that's what I feel. That's what I feel this generation. That's the way I feel. I feel like the 5070 Ti and 9070 XT were really good. I mean, like, look at all the content I made. I thought it was great. Like, I was playing 4K, I was having fun. And what is Ubisoft next big game coming out? Is Shadows worth it? Shadows is absolutely worth it. The next big one is Star Wars on Nintendo Switch 2. And I will be covering that one. The 4070 Ti Super was probably the best card of last gen. I think that's a fair thing to say. I feel like 4080 Super was good, but at the same time, it I liked the 7900 XTX better. I just felt more secure with that card for some reason. I made a lot of people mad with that, and dude, I broke somebody, man. Like they talk about me like every time I put in, I go live and I put in Frogboy X1 Gaming. There's like this stupid channel like Frame Chaser or what the heck was that? I put in Frogboy X1 Gaming to see if check the sound, and I keep seeing this like frame rate X. Like I broke that 4070, bro. I broke him. He's so broken. He talks about me so much. That's crazy. I didn't even realize how bad it was. Oh. I kind of wish that I would have bought a 4070 Ti Super. To be completely honest with you, I kind of wish that I would have had the ability, or I would have bought that. I bought more AMD cards last generation than I did NVIDIA ones. I spent most of the time on the AMD cards. Freaking crazy, man. Get on there to try to check it out, and this little moron's on there with his little hurt feelings in his 4070 Super. Like, that Froggy guy is wrong. I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't know what I said to make him famous for the wrong reason. I know, man. I hurt him bad. I remember because he has like 2 channels as like D-Tech Repair or something. He kept coming and saying like stupid things like in the thing. So I just blocked him. I was just like, dude, you're dumb. So I just blocked him. And then he started up another one. So I just blocked that one too. And it's like, why does this dude keep showing? And then he created not one, but 2 YouTube channels. And he posts the same video on both of them. I'm like, holy crap, bro. I'm like, you really that hurt? Yeah, 8%. 8% is 8%, bro. Would I still recommend 7800 XT in 2025? Now, I kind of, you know what? Sovereign? No, I wouldn't. And this is why. I am not going to recommend like older GPU hardware just because of how fast. I think that the AI thing has changed it to a point where like the more AI tops, the better. So no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If it was still rasterized power, then yes, absolutely. But seeing as a 9060 XT, using the features can give you a significantly better experience over 7800 XT with FSR 4. I mean, if RDNA 3 had FSR 4 already, then maybe it'd be a different story. But seeing as you can essentially get a better experience with paying less money for 9060 XT, no, I cannot. I don't recommend old GPUs anymore. And that's going to be my stance going forward on it. I will always recommend the GPUs of the generation over the old ones, depending on if the features are good enough and the features will allow the lower tier cards to punch above last generation cards. I think that's kind of where I'm going to go with that. Hollow Knight comes out soon. What kind of game is that? Hollow Knight. Oh, is that 2D one? Oh, yeah. Oh. What are the next 2 games I'm most looking forward to? Borderlands 4. And I think there's another one coming out next month too that I'm really looking forward to. Are you covering? Oh yeah, Hell is Earth. I do want to play that game, and I also want to play. What else? The there was a few more games. Let me look it up because I know there's another game in September. What the hell was that though? Sorry guys, I'm not even joking. Like, bro, legit. Oh dang. 4070 Ti Super 7900 XT. See, I had the XT and I liked that. Chronos. I think Chronos is one that I want to. Dude, there's so many games coming out next month. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. Oh, okay. So Star Wars Outlaws on Switch 2, freaking Borderlands 2. Chronos is obviously one that I want to cover. Dude, next month is going to be absolutely freaking crazy. Brings that 4070 Super Bro and interview him so he can show you where the Frog Boy died. Exactly. Guys, I'm not even joking. Like we started talking about that and I legit got a text. How the hell did this dude get my phone number? He says, you didn't break me or hurt me. If you noticed, I stopped making videos on you once. You seen what I see with the 4090 and 5090. I take it you didn't get the message on X. I didn't. I don't even know how the hell he got my phone number, guys. That's creepy. That's crazy. How the hell is that him? Did he really get my phone number, dude? Holy crap, dude, that's creepy. Oh my gosh. Which one of you guys gave him my phone number? No, I'm just joking. I know that a few of you guys have my phone number, but I don't know how the hell he got my phone number. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. I tried the Hell Is Us demo. It's kind of too lean. So I tried it, Kyle. Kind of a little bit burnt out with those type of games. From Flanders. Oh, what's up, Flemish Line? I'm kind of a little bit burnt out with Souls games. I am liking. See, I've been trying to play the first sort of Kazan, first sort of Berserk Kazan, and gosh dang it, there's another one that I just started playing. Okay. Oh, Black Myth Wu Kang. I finally beat that freaking boss on Black Myth Wu Kang, so now I'm trying that one again. Very excited about the new Metro. Is there a new Metro game announced soon? Want their own build. If they bring good grades home, I'm going to. Nice, Mr. Nice Guy. Then you actually really would be a Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, 9060 XT is what I'd probably buy the kids. I think that would be a good GPU for them. Or actually even a 5050, bro. Time Quest 2 is awesome. Welcome to the family. Oh, will I play the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2? I was thinking about it, but I don't know. That's a lot of there's a lot of games coming out next month. I would have to get some of them free so that I don't spend all my money. My wife is selling Mary Kay again, and we just spent $2,000 in stock for the Mary Kay. So I don't know. I don't know what my finances look like for next month in terms of games, guys. I don't know which ones I'm going to buy and which one I'll be able to focus on. So I'm just going to play it by ear. The ones that I absolutely want, there's a game coming out on October 21st. That's my birthday. Wait, it's coming out on my birthday? I might have to buy it just because it's coming out on my birthday. It didn't make me bankrupt, but it did. It was not. It wasn't planned for the channel, Flemish, so it did kind of move things around. I had it planned that I was going to buy a new. I was going to upgrade my Fanatec sim rig. Later this year, I was going to upgrade that around the time that Project MOZA Racing comes out in November. I was going to buy the upgrade. I was going to buy the DD Extreme for my Fanatec, and then I was going to buy the ROG Ally X, and then buy the games. But yeah, dude, this I only have a finite amount of money. You know what I mean? Like I only have a finite amount of money that I can spend. So it depends. I'm still mulling over selling some of my GPUs and stuff like that. I just have not completely. Yujiro, what's up, buddy? I just haven't completely about to drive to a pink Cadillac. I know. Well, my wife's friend, she does have one of those pink caddies. Well, she did. I mean, She's got a pretty good Mary Kay freaking circle. And I told my wife, it's like, look, I don't care if you buy the stuff, just buy the stuff that you're gonna use, and that's fine. Like, just don't buy anything that's gonna expire. Because my wife really likes it. She really likes that. It's like the NVIDIA of makeup for women, she says. So if you guys are interested in buying your wife the NVIDIA of makeup, let me know in the comment section, and I will get you guys hooked up with that. Yeah, 5090 is definitely the better choice. I just need to be able to make content with it. Well, obviously, I'll be able to like edit and all of that stuff. So it's not a complete waste. It's good. It's very good. I like the 5090. What about you, Onyx? Do you like your new 5090 Founders Edition? Is it the best one ever made? Yeah, I don't know. Xbox can't even get me FSR 4 on my games, bro. I got a question for you. Question: you know a good brand for an LCD small screen to display the performance of the GPU and CPU? You know what, Rags? Or is it Raps? Raps Corsair just brought out this new monitor, bro. Check and see how much that is, because then that should tell you everything that you need on that. Like, you could program that to do a whole bunch of stuff, and you can even play like games on it. I don't know. That looks cool. Are you going for aesthetics? Are you going for aesthetics, bro? Or are you just going for like, you just want like a little small screen? I haven't done anything with those, but that thing from Corsair actually looks pretty cool. And if you guys are really interested in that, maybe I can swing picking that up this year and check it out. I will try. I just don't know. I don't know how my finances are looking because we just bought the 5090 and all that Mary Kay stock. So I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I can buy and what I can't yet. If the channel makes really good money, then it's a different story, you know? If the channel is making good money throughout the end of the year, then it changes the dynamics. But I don't know, man. And as compared to the futures, yeah. Flemish Lion, yes. The 9070 XT and 5070 Ti, when using the features, does produce a better experience than the 4090 when using the features. And as I was reminded earlier, and using a controller, I don't test it on a mouse and keyboard, so I don't know. But yes, I feel like, yes, it is still the second best on the market, according to everybody else. All of my peers or colleagues have said that this is the best, so I just have to go with that, so I don't sound crazy. Because technically, if you're using the features, the 5070 is better than a 4090, or is a 4090. Okay, yeah. So if you're going with aesthetics, bro, that thing from Corsair looks absolutely incredible. It's like 14. It's like this long, and it's like this whole bar, like this super ultra wide. It's like a super ultra wide, but it's like a mini super ultra wide that you can legit play games and stuff on. It's only like 720p or something though. So I don't know. It looked cool. Like I'll check it out a little bit more. It looks cool though. 5-inch monitor on Amazon. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But I like that thing from Corsair, bro. It looks cool. Compared to my own opinion, then, if honestly, I think the 9070 XT and 5070 Ti are a better buy than a 4090 because they are cheaper and they produce a somewhat similar experience to a 4090. But if you are somebody that likes, see, here's the thing: if you like to like use mods and stuff like that, the 4090 is always going to beat it out because it has more VRAM. It is a very, very, like, I hate how AMD and NVIDIA put us in these situations. The damn 70 series card should have 24 gigs of VRAM. Yep. There you go, Cameron. Yes. 5090, 5080, 5070 Ti, and 9070 XT. Those are, well, I don't know. I'd probably put the 9070 XT. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I hate trying to argue with everybody else on the spectrum of tech tubers, because then it just, I don't know. It's just crazy, man. I'm fighting an uphill battle. I think they're all fabulous. But the 4090 is not a bad card either. I mean, it does have access to at least one frame generation. It's just crazy, man. Like, I get on there, and I mean, obviously it feels fun to play that, like a Assassin's Creed or something on a 4090. You just saw a video that they're going to try to achieve 100% AI frames, huh? Okay, I'd give it a try and see how it feels. If it enhances my experience, cool. That's all that matters. Is my experience, bro. Is my experience good? Is it fun to play? Am I getting a gaming experience? I mean, at the end of the day, that is significantly more important than frames, because let's face it, bro, before AI, shit was hit and miss, was it not? It wasn't consistent for me. I think that, here's my honest opinion. I think that the freaking fake frames, since I started using them at the beginning of this generation, my gaming experience has been better. It's been better. I'm not as I'm not as angry all the time. Haven't you noticed that? Like, I'm not as upset that, like, oh man, my game can't do it. Allow you to play modern games without a problem. A lot of times people just want to say my rig has yep, exactly. I really do feel like PC gaming, bro, is so weird sometimes. 9070, if you can get a 9070 at MSRP, yeah. $550, very, very good. Even, I don't know, even some of the AIBs, bro. I don't necessarily have a problem with AIBs charging more money. I've already covered it. I already put videos up on it. It's, Tony, it's really like, it really plays like a PS2 game, like an old hack and slash type game with AI writing the story. I mean, I don't know. At first I was like, okay, this is cool, but then I got like, let's see. I'm 3.2 hours into it and I gave up on it. I was like, I don't care. The story is not hooking me after 3 hours. I'm just like, I don't care. The combat feels pretty primitive, like a PS2 game. I've been putting I yeah. I don't know about the Lost Soul side. I don't think it's that great. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. If you buy it, I'm sure you can enjoy it, but I'm not really feeling it. Thoughts on high end CPUs? I don't know. I had a conversation about this earlier on a podcast that I went on with Silicon Steak, and high end CPUs. I don't know, man. I feel like the X3D chips have been better. The best thing that I've used since I started PC gaming. Enjoying it much. I'll eventually get it. Yeah, I just don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd buy. I kind of wish that I could have returned freaking Lost Soul Aside, to be completely honest with you, because I just don't care about it. I thought it was going to be good because it looked really good, but then once you start to hear the conversation and the story plot and all of that, it just kind of gets like, oh wow, oh wow. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And then like you go to do a move and you'll like fall off the. I don't know. I don't know. It feels pretty old school. Yeah. Lost Soul aside, bro. I spent the money on it and I played it. I got 3.2 hours into it, and I'm just like, oh gosh, I don't know about this. I like the X3Ds. Shimmering around the character. Yeah, it depends, Cameron. If you're on MFG 4X in a game that actually, like, if you can go through the menu and turn the all the way to 4X, usually it's pretty good. If you don't have that ability and you have to do it in the NVIDIA app, then it still has issues. It still has issues. I did try the Hell Is Us demo. I will be playing Borderlands 4. I got a free copy with my NVIDIA 5090. Yeah, exactly. I think X3D chips are incredible. I like them. I'm not saying that I wouldn't try an Intel. I just don't have a need to go buy one just yet. I mean, I legit have a 7800 X3D sitting on the shelf because now I got the 98 in here. I should have put I don't know. Silent Hill F. Yeah, that was the other one that I was looking forward to. Thank you for reminding me. Silent Hill F. I'm looking forward to that one. And then I think there's more games in September. 5090. The drivers are finicky, huh? What driver are you on? XTX is a good GPU. I like that one. I wish AMD would put out FSR 4 for it sooner, but they're taking their sweet butt time. Ooh, you just got it? You just got it 2 days ago? I haven't really been experiencing since probably like 2 drivers ago. My NVIDIA experience has gotten better. Now I can actually push the button on the bottom of my screen and it doesn't like freak out. Oh, I wish you all the luck in the world, Onyx. Have fun. Be careful. Anyone else enjoy DLSS? I actually like the upscaling and fake frames. That's where I'm at, dude. You know what? The funny thing is like most gamers coming from console to PC now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I do. Let's take a moment of silence for like the PC guys that have been in this game for a long time. Let's take a moment of silence for the enthusiast market. All right, moment of silence is over. I do feel bad for the enthusiast market because it is now all AI going forward, bro. That sucks, man. It's not. I don't like. It was warming up the other day, but I put a freaking an undervolt on my 5090, and now it runs pretty stable at like 480 watts at like 62C, which is pretty warm, and it will heat it up in the summer, but in the winter it's going to be nice. Yes, they do. AMD really does need to get. Oh yeah, dude, the 5090 is going to feel nice in the winter. Yes, sir. I think once you get to a point with I think once you get to a point where let's see, did getting a 5090 really, I kind of do think that it really did kind of tamp down my FOMO a little bit. Yeah, it's not unbearable. Just try to find like a Try to figure out how to undervolt it and see if like you can get your wattage to stay around the same, because then I think you'll be all right. Because I can, a lot of games that I'm running are like in the 350s to 380 every 2 years, Tony. You live in San Diego, so it's never a good time to turn on the PC. Oh yeah. Every 2 years, the new GPUs launch. Yeah, I am at the top now. Don't rely on horsepower. Yep, exactly, dude. Just like the new PCs, they don't rely on true horsepower anymore. They rely on freaking them little turbos. Are they worth the extra money? I don't know, Sky. I guess it depends on the games you play, bro. Most of it really does fall down to the games you play. Like I like a lot of Ubisoft games, so AMD is always going to be a good choice for me. Thank you, Aldridge. I appreciate that. Like it just, I guess it depends on the games you play, and if you like the clarity that DLSS brings over the soft, if you like the soft look that AMD upscaling brings. My favorite modern Ubisoft game, honestly, guys, is probably going to be Avatar. Once that freaking 3D or third person camera comes out in December, dude, that game's going to be freaking fire. I am so looking forward to that. I mean, now I can turn it on and it plays Butter Smooth Land. Having a 5090 is like Butter Smooth Land, dude. I turned that on and I could play like almost everything. Recently, in the 7900, I can't use any of it. Okay, yeah. So if you're using the ray tracing a lot on a lot of those games, you should stop vaping. You cough so much, it's killing you. Yeah, you're probably right. I should, but I probably will never quit. Hey, you know what, bro? At least I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I used to smoke cigarettes. Now I vape. Going to say the new AC or Star Wars Outlaws. Avatar is going to be incredible. I mean, I do love both of those games, but I think the new Avatar, dude, I'm really looking forward to that patch because I can play games like that. I just don't really like to play open world games in first person. I need third person for those. And when you get on your little flying mount and you're looking at that, like the sense of like scale, so cool. But in After Effects on video editing, there is nothing on the market faster than a 5090 right now. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. In third person, it would be better. Oh yeah, dude. I wish Indiana Jones had a third person too, man. I think it was dumb for them to lock it to one. Same thing. Quit cigarettes in 2022, but I haven't been able to stop. Yeah, dude. I don't think. Yeah, vaping is. I don't feel like I can breathe significantly better than I ever did when I was smoking cigarettes. So it's just like the lesser evil. 5080 upgrade to GeForce. Now, I don't really care for streaming all that much. To be completely honest with you, I just don't. I did. I do. I have not played Titan Quest 2 on the 5090 yet. I should this weekend though. It's quite annoying on the 4080, about to upgrade to 5090 soon. You're on a 4080. Oh wow, yeah. It was with Force. Oh no, you don't have to like you don't have to like you don't have to avoid those games on a 5090. It's the same size as your 7900 XTX, really. That's crazy. RTX hair and Indiana Jones next week on a 5090. People were raging about it on X. Oh, dude, that RTX hair is gonna make the 5090 a 1440p GPU, bro. Oh gosh. You talked me right into upgrading from a 4090 to a 5090 with your videos. Oh wow. Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to do that, bro. I talked Onyx into it too, bro. He bought one. He found one. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. Like everybody's upgrading. Hey, you know what, man? If you can do it and you can afford it, I think you're gonna be happy with it. It's great. Lately I went 6-day binger and had a horrible withdrawals. Dang, yeah, don't go back to that. I've been vaping for 10 plus years now. Before I was smoking, dude, I was smoking a pack of American spirits in less than 2 days. Those are like 7-minute cigarettes, bro. It's going good, Power Dave. It's going good, bro. AMD fan baiting people. What is that? Baiting people in 5090. That's crazy, huh? That's good. That's good, Tony. I don't know, man. That's crazy that like I really did not expect to like the 5090 as much as I do, but I do, man. It's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome. It's absolutely incredible. But so is a 9070 XT and a 5070 Ti. They're all incredible. They're all incredible. I mean, I'm on the 9070 XT right now. That's what we're using right now. And I was just playing Metal Gear Solid before I got on the live stream. I was playing Lost Soul Side on here. That one kind of made me mad with the 9070 XT, at least at 4K. $3090, $4080, $4090 cards displayed at the window of my local computer trade shop. Really? Either people are upgrading or they are low on cash. That's where I'm at. I got a 4090. I'm probably just, I don't know, man. I want to keep it because it's a Asus TUF and it's actually a robust GPU. Like, it is very well made. I kind of want to keep it. Yeah, drinking is bad, bro. Like, drinking is horrible. I I'm not big on downers, so I would never I've never been big on drinking. But in terms of like, oh wow, man, there's so many of you guys just lining up to jump on and be part of this show. Shakes heart, palpitations. Oh yeah, dude. I've never really been a big on alcohol, dude. I've never been a downers kind of person. So it to me, alcohol is a downer, and I've always been more of that um going fast. Dude, my ADD makes downers like really hard. Like smoking weed or anything like that, dude. Just too hard for me. I don't like it. Dude, well, at least you're freaking feeling better now. Sober since April 24th. I've been sober since 2011. You need to call Heisenberg for that blue stuff. Oh yeah. Huh. Absolutely not, man. I am a little bit worried about all the people that are probably going to be buying 5090s from my content. Like, I just make sure you can afford it. Okay, my friends, just make sure you guys can afford it, because I know that it is a lot of money that NVIDIA is asking you for these GPUs. But in my honest opinion, they are delivering a damn good freaking experience for that money. I actually feel pretty good about it. It took 5 days just to feel freaking normal again, man. Oh wow, yeah. I hear that it gets worse every time you relapse, so just don't relapse anymore. There's got to be something better you can do in life than drinking. It's just so easy and so available. Like, I get it, bro. Like, and it's not illegal. I get it. Like, I understand You know, you have a bad day, bro. You're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna drink, and then you get stuck in that damn circle again. I don't know, man. I just would rather be sober than have to deal with. I feel like I would rather face problems in life sober than drunk or on under the influence. That's just me though, man. Like I don't know. I went through my time in my 20s where it was pretty tough. You know, because the circle I was hanging around with. But after that, like after you know starting a family and everything and doing all of that, then things got a lot easier. Having a good career, bad decisions, stupid thing. Oh yeah, quit weed a year ago. This is the worst habit that I have. Quit weed a year ago, and the savings monthly could easily pay for a 50-90 in a year. Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. That's why I say it's like, dude, if you have like a vice like smoking or drinking or getting high or any of that kind of stuff, trust and believe, man, you're gonna find whatever way you can to get that stuff. So it's like you're gonna you can do the same with your gaming, man. Yeah, dude, that's exactly how most of it happens. The scrolls, like you get into a funk. It's like something happens, and then you go outside your norm, and you put yourself in positions to where because you're weak and vulnerable, and then the next thing you know it, you're just broke. For months, it's when I start. I don't want to stop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. Like if I was to do what I used to do, I'd go on a long binger too. But man, just the thought of even doing it makes me horribly sick. Yeah. See, that's the way you should do it too, Flemish. Is put away that money. I went through and like you know you look at like how much you make hourly. If you look at how much you make hourly or whatever, and then you times that by like the year or whatever, and you put a certain amount of money away or whatever, like you could absolutely do that. I don't think the PC stuff is expensive. I think that they're actually just starting to get to a point where it's like they have to charge more. Oh yeah, dude, not a 32, man. Yeah, you still got a long life ahead of you, bro. 13 years older, and yeah, dude, those 13 years have been sober. You're about the age I was when I quit doing what I was doing. You're literally right there right now. And from that time to 45 has been sober. Not smoking weed and spending on stupid shit. Gaming saves me. Exactly, Cameron. Exactly. If you, yeah, I am born in 1980. It's crazy too. Uh, keep the mind busy. Gonna hit 46 in 5 months. Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy, huh? 40. Just to think that, like, I'll be 45 in October. 45 in October, man. Was the NVIDIA app clashing with MSI Afterburner? Really? Do you use your PC more than the X? Oh yeah, dude. I don't. I haven't. I played the last game I really played on Xbox or PlayStation 5 Pro was Death Stranding 2. Almost over the hill. You'll be 45 in March. Damn. Yeah, I'll tell you guys what though. Going on carnivore, bro, that really freaking made life significantly better. Significantly better. I don't have that. I don't have that like desire to just be asleep all day anymore, which is great. Carnivore has really helped out. I mean, I legit just had steak for breakfast today. I have been having like other things though. You know, I'm not like 100% carnivore anymore. I do let myself have treats and stuff. Like chocolate donuts are kind of good sometimes. But my main diet is carnivore. I know that if I quit beers for 6 months, yeah, see, you know what? Do that. Do that. Quit. Do something healthy for 6 months. Get yourself your 5090 and then get nice and plastered and try to install it and break it. I know that was bad. I don't know. You're like, damn it. I quit drinking for 6 months to buy this 5090. And then I tried to put it in and it broke because I was drunk on the beer. No, I'm just joking. You're like, oh, I'm going to celebrate with a six pack. And all of a sudden all of a sudden you get drunk on like 2 beers. Could you imagine that? That'd be funny. Oh boy. Yeah, it comes out in September 16th, I believe. Death Stranding 2. It's pretty awesome. Dude, I freaking love that game, Tony. It was awesome. My favorite game of the that's easily Carnivore Diet. Are you aiming to come? No, absolutely not. I agree with you, Capono. I do think that they should have done something like that, but they won't. I mean, I think the 6090 will. I think the 6090 will. I think the 5090 is cutting it kind of close, to be completely honest with you. When I'm sitting there gaming at like 500 watts, my wires are warm. So yeah, they should. They should absolutely have two. As long as I get 240 FPS on max settings, no need to upgrade my. Yeah. What are you playing on? Like 1440p? Stags, they should do something to prevent heating. I've done a couple of those, Tony. You just have to go back and look for all those. I do not have any coil wine. Yeah, I don't have any coil wine. Yeah. Oh gosh. MFG 8X. I honestly think that the new thing for NVIDIA is gonna be AI, but I think it's gonna be down to like actual in-game. Like they're gonna have a way for AI to like permeate like NPCs and stuff like that, bro. I think I don't know. I don't know. I think, dude, Nvidia can keep putting out more AI stuff, dude, and it's crazy because large language models are so damn smart now, bro. They really could power like some key like developers could legit power some key NPCs in their games, and I think that NVIDIA could make it work, bro. Won't hear any coil line. I know how I get some nice fans. I should have got that 5080 Noctua. Noctua. Are you saying Noctua or Hawktua? Aren't they the same thing? No. They both blow. No, I think I got a good 5090. I'm happy with it. I'm actually really glad I went with the MSI freaking gaming trio. I like the aesthetic of that card, and it looks so good in that case. So I like it. From the bottom floor, they're like mini jets. You can hear them. They're loud. I know. People are like, "Oh, I need it quiet," and I'm like, "Man, I don't." People, I see. That's the thing. It's like, why do people complain about like the sound? It's like, I don't really care. I don't like. Yeah, dude. People can like. Am I weird that I don't care that like a PC is loud? Am I weird, bro? Like people are like, "Oh, I can hear it," and I'm like, I don't. Doesn't ever really bug me too much. But then again, I've never had like a really super. I mean, not even this bad boy is loud, bro. And this is a 6800 XT, no, 6800 with 32 gigs of RAM. And this is a blower motor, and that thing is freaking loud, bro. Whee! And I'm like, ooh, damn. And it gets so hot, bro. I like legit had to set this to like 100%. Dude, this thing is loud. It gets loud. If you want it to be cool, it's loud. And this is a good GPU. I need to get a different port though. I need to get different ports for it so that I can actually run it with blower motor. It's got a blower style cooler. Now it's got a blower motor. It's got a blower cooler. The problem 5090 is they would probably also want to buy a 4K OLED. Yeah, that's exactly what you would want to buy. You're looking at like 5K, bro. Like seriously, this monitor was $1,000. It's the LG 4K dual mode 1080p. It does 240 hertz at 4K. It does 480 hertz at 1080p. And so you buy that. That's $1,000. You get your freaking 5090 for like $2,000 to $2,500. There you go. And then you get your 9800 X3D and this and that. And pretty soon you're swimming in debt, bro. I freaking, yeah. But then again, you only live one time. And it is NVIDIA, so you will be able to resell it when you're done playing around with it and get a new one. But I like butter smooth land. You prefer a Fold 7 over a 5090, huh? I liked my Fold 3 until the screen just went out. Right after the 1 years, right after the warranty, it like legit went out, bro. I was mad. I was mad. Be very careful with that. Be very careful with that freaking phone, man. Like, right, it lasted a whole year, bro. I was so mad that that thing lasted 1 year. I bought that the first year I started the channel. It legit lasted a year. The screen just went out. Like, I'm a Samsung fan. Where is it? Where did I put that thing? I don't even know where I put it. But yeah, dude, the screen went out after a whole year. I was pretty mad. I was mad. Yeah, they wouldn't warranty it. They did, but like they wanted me to pay like $500 for this. I was like, no, dude, I'm done. I'll just buy a new phone. I'll just buy a new phone, and then I legit went back to the S23, and I've had this ever since. We don't buy TVs no more, Tony Baloney. We buy really high refresh rate monitors. I would get LG. These are monitors now. I don't even have any TVs. If you're gaming on PC, you need a monitor. I mean, you can do it on a TV, but I think monitors are better. That's just my new thing. I used to like TVs, but I like monitors better now. Ooh. Just feels slow. Yeah. I like my 480 hertz. Are you on a 5090 at 27-inch 240? Guys, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I like my ultra wide too. No, you just lay down. Hold on, guys. Don't anybody leave. I'm going to make coffee real quick. I'm just planning on staying live for a while. Okay, come on, doggy. Come on. Get your monster. Come in. 4,000 airflow right now. Oh, nice. NZXT H9. Nice. I'm gonna be buying a new case. I don't know. It's not gonna be anytime soon. Like I said, I've got to manage my monies first. I need to figure out what the hell's going on, and then I just need to let it kind of shake out. Because I wasn't expecting to buy this, so I gotta let it shake out a little bit. I undervolted mine, and it seems to be pretty decent. I don't see. I need to figure it out more. I need to keep going with it to figure it out, like because I don't want it to like take away from the performance. Fans fit, nice. See, this is an H7 Flow, and then that's whatever. That's the pre-built that Gamers Nexus told me not to buy, but I bought it anyways because I am a rebel. Make a video okay, I would do that. See, Cameron, I don't know much about undervolting. It's very new to me. I don't fully completely understand it yet. I need to continue doing my research and stuff like that before I feel confident enough to start teaching people how to do that to their GPUs. Remember, undervolting is also technically, overclocking. See, that's the thing that I don't understand is like, how low can you actually go? Like, should I just do it like one at a time, maybe a couple at a time, get down to like the perfect thing? Because I want it to be where it's like, I don't want to lose a whole bunch of performance, but I also don't want to like I don't want to waste a whole bunch of power either. Yeah, see, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm trying to learn, but see, like right here, Tim R says he's at plus 880 on core. So wait, plus 880 is that are you running at 9 millivolt runs factory speeds at 425 watts? So wait, you've lowered it from, because I think the 5090 runs at about 900 millivolt, and then you bring it down to like 880, and then you can run that, because I think it also goes down to like 820, 830 or something, 830 to 920 or something. The Gamers Nexus, he is kind of like the I'm gonna get you. He's kind of turning into that like I'm gonna get you kind of freaking YouTuber, and it's like, I don't know, man. Good luck with that whole NVIDIA thing, bro. Same performance at less wattage. And I was targeting factory clocks. Isn't it the same thing though? Like when I get into my AMD thing and I go to the like if I get in here, like let me show you. When I get into the AMD software and if I go over to performance and I go into tuning, if I go into tuning and control for underclocking, fan tuning, power tuning, if I do anything like total load power, or if I do like the overclocking GPU or any of that kind of stuff, it automatically tells me, it'll say, oh, did you know? It says that it's not covered under my warranty, blah, 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 blah. Both of them. I think you should buy both. You should buy both a 5070 Ti and a 9070 XT and see for yourself which one's better. I would buy both of them and see which one you like better. Test it out for a couple weeks and then take it back. I really think they should let you test drive GPUs nowadays, especially with all the features, and see which one you like the best. Whichever one makes you the happiest is the one you want. Sorry, 300H big tower. If you in the USA. I don't know, man. NVIDIA GPUs are hitting MSRP, so they might actually. Why? Hold on, guys. I got to call my wife back. I guess never mind. She is busy. She just called me and I didn't see. Oh, here she is. Oh, wow, man. My gosh, dude. How's uh, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. It is what it is. Like, it sucks. I just don't understand. Oh boy. Yeah, I use my Switch 2 fairly. Well, I haven't used it since I got the 4090. When I bought the 4090, I'd been working on covering that, and now the 5090. But next week I will be covering Star Wars on that one. Yeah, 5090 is 23.99. That's what mine was. I don't think a 1080 is the goat, bro. I think that I don't know, man. Yeah, I got DK Bonanza. Junior freaking loved that game. He already beat it. I haven't beat it yet. No, I need to, but see, that's the thing. Like, I'll bring the games in here, and Junior runs off with them. Junior comes in and snatches them back up. But here's my Zilda. The only two games he won't take, but he takes my Marios. He takes all my other stuff. It's kind of crazy, man. Like, I want to play those games, but he keeps taking them, and so it's a little bit frustrating. Sharing is caring. Yeah. I mean, he already beat Donkey Kong, so I don't understand why he keeps jacking me. I bought Cyberpunk. Yeah, see, he just comes in here and takes it out of my freaking Switch. He's got like he's a little bit weird with that whole thing, bro. 5070 Ti is a good card. So is a 9060 XT or 9070 XT though. Like, it is very hard to pick between those two cards, honestly. I personally, out of those two, do like the 9070 XT more. But that is just down to the games that I play, mostly Ubisoft games. I play a lot of Ubisoft games, and they generally tend to run a little bit better on the AMD side. I think everybody's excited for AMD's next flagship, which should be coming out later this year. I think they're just waiting for the super cards. I'm using Windows 11. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you? I get where you're going with that, Yujiro. I see. Yeah. 5070 Ti definitely has more maturity when it comes to the upscaling. Lost Soul was running so bad on 9070. Yeah, because it needed more VRAM. When I started playing it at 1440p, it runs just fine. 5080 Super, dude. If a 5080 Super and 5070 Ti Super come out with freaking 24 gigs of VRAM, those are gonna be awesome cards. And yes, I do absolutely think that AMD should 100% have something readily available if that comes to pass. If they release a 5090 Ti with even more VRAM, I would just laugh at them. I'd be like, hey, have fun with that, guys. If it's $1,500, dude, that's way too much for a few more sticks of VRAM. No. If they're going to do that, they should keep them at the same price they already are. Yeah. 24 gigs. I don't know, man. Like, people keep see, that's the thing, man. Everybody keeps doing these dumb leaks that like really screw up the GPU, the GPU market, man. It's like you got our boy over there, hard or not hardware unbox, but Moore's Law is dead, always leaking this stuff. And it's like, dude, just let people be freaking surprised, man. Let people enjoy what they got. Like, think about it. You buy a GPU and then you watch Moore's Law is dead. And he's talking about, like, oh, yeah, in 2 weeks, they're going to have the Super Series. It's going to have 24 gigs of VRAM. It's going to have the same blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you feel like crap. You're like, damn, dude, I just wasted my money. I just wasted my time. Like, dude, I hate that about PC gaming. No matter what you buy, you legitimately are always going to feel like you don't have enough. So buy a 5090 and call it a freaking day, bro. Just get a 5090 and be done with it. Then them little fun stealing bastards can't ruin your day anymore. I just went ham in 5090, banking on them, not refreshing those. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying, man. Just buy a 5090, bro, at this point. Like, if you've got the money, man, and you don't want the anxiety, get the top of the line. I think that's why everybody's been telling me, Frog, you got to get a 90 class. Okay, yeah, you're right. FOMO is gone. Exactly. Once the 6090 comes out, my 5090 will be obsolete, so I will need to sell it to somebody that likes it more. Yeah, I know, huh? He's already got the hooved ones freaking out, bro. The PI6 is going to be a 5080. No, it's going to be like 6700 XT. No, I'm just joking. I'm never buying that. Yeah, dude, like, why would anybody spend that? Like, I'm telling you guys, dude, like, NVIDIA has a lock on them AI bros, and they will spend all that money. And it's like, why? Why does NVIDIA, like, I don't understand why NVIDIA takes advantage of the AI bros for so much money. That dude, Jensen, bro, him and his leather jackets. You're welcome. Thanks for dropping by from Europe. Let's get the RTX Pro with 96. Oh, no, absolutely not. I know, huh? You're not a real enthusiast if your car doesn't have a freaking blower motor on it. If it doesn't have a blower, if it doesn't have a blower style freaking cooler on it, then you're not a freaking enthusiast because you need like 20 of these stacked in the same case. Gosh. They will. They'll pay for it, man. They're morons. The more you spend, the more that's what they tried to tell me. It's what they tried to tell me. I don't know, man. My favorite card this generation is the RTX 5050. It is a monster of a beast. I know, huh? 100% generated frames, generated everything, bro. Everything's going to be AI generated. Hey, everybody said I was crazy, and now it's like, whatever. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards. I have 9 of them. I think if I sell any more of them, I'll sell the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. I would sell the W6800 Pro. I would potentially sell my 5070 Ti, but I'd keep the 9070 XT, the 4090, and the 9060 XT. I like the 5070 Ti. I think it's a good card. It is very good, but they're just depreciate. It's not making it will make sense when I put them in the PC and like make content for them a little bit later down the road. Is marketing genuine? He can easily sell freezer to an Eskimo. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the 5050 is good. I enjoyed my time with the 5050 when I was reviewing it. It was a fun GPU to cover. Very fun. Very, very, very fun. Fun. When the 5000 series super card. Oh, yeah. I just don't think I'm going to be able to buy any of the super cards. I might, if there really is a 5070 Ti and it's 24 gigs, I might buy that. But I'd have to find somebody to buy the 5070 Ti. What motherboard and CPU do you have? Your motherboard and CPU will go through a few cards. How about chances of giveaways of those low-end graphics cards? Well, that would only make sense if I actually was able to recoup the money that I spent on them through the content made from them. And I don't think any one of them have actually paid off themselves because of summer months, the views are just nobody cared about them. So I don't know, man. Like it'd be really hard to justify doing that right now at this point. I did try to sell that to him, and unfortunately, he only is doing DDR4 boards right now, AM5 or AM4. I like the 9800X 3D. I think it's pretty good. Do a raffle when you get enough members. Yeah, if we get to 1,000 members, then it'd be a different story. Then maybe I could easily raffle off a couple of them, actually. Buy a bike like Lance Armstrong. Yeah. Huh. Degraded 14900 KF to completely die before I take the 3D. Oh yeah. How is like so that does kind of suck about those 14900 things, man. B450, I think, and CPU is an i5. Nope, that's definitely not a B4. Well, maybe. You got a 10400, huh? What GPU you rocking on that? You should be able to upgrade your GPU. I think at least, well, yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get one more CPU. I think we'll get at least one more CPU out of the freaking, I think we'll get one more good generation of CPU on the AM5. Maybe. 4060 Ti? Yeah, you could easily put any 40 series in your build and it would be fine. You could just sell it on freaking Facebook or something like that. Zen 7 should be on AM5. That's kind of what I'm hearing too, is it should stay on AM5 for a little while longer. But who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh man. 50 series. I'll need to upgrade my other parts, right? No, I don't see why you would need to upgrade. I think you would be fine even if you want a 50 series card. I don't know. Is it DDR4 or DDR3? PCIe is if you have a PCIe Gen 4, I think you're okay. If you've got only a 3, then the 50 series lower end cards might be a problem. Self a bike. You've got an awesome PC setup and video games are great, no doubt, but right now is the perfect time to be outside cycling and gaming. There's a killer combo. Yeah, I'm not getting a Lance Armstrong bike. I used to spend a lot of money, Mr. Libido, in bikes. I used to do a lot of downhill mountain biking, and I've got a Trek out back, but I don't know, man. I like the treadmill better and the gym. I like to swim. DDR4, yeah, you should be fine on a 50 series card, but all right, my friends. Well, it's already 3 o'clock. I want to start playing some Metal Gear so I can get some content out for Metal Gear on the 9070 XT and the 5090. I want to try to do like a side-by-side 1440p and 4K. So I'm going to be working on that video and some other videos. So stay tuned for some more videos, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with me today. Cost more than a 50. Yeah, they do, man. My downhill bike, my Kona cost like $7,000, dude. it was expensive. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it.